details. So this was the PCB design. You can actually click on it and see. Sorry, stop. So you can just click on this and you can get like a blown up view of the PCB design. So for the circuit diagram or schematics, it's also similar. And the next step, let's say I want to make a change to the design, right? So I can just click on a refine product. So our tool actually supports like a refinement instruction and to actually upload image. But I think we'll like just show a perfect case scenario. Like let's say I want the casing to be a teardrop of the shape. So I can just click a refine design, and it changes. So you can notice that the PCB design didn't change. So we actually steered like the AI model. So actually we are thinking of using a cloud Haiku. But actually for us, we given the limited time, we wanted like more deterministic output. So you can notice that the top and the bottom of the casing has actually changed. And once you're done, like we actually offer options for people to download instructions. So actually we provide quite a lot, I think for free. I don't know if we can sustain, but I think we wanted like builders to be engaged with our product. So there are 6 documents that we'll provide. Once you click on the download instruction, there's a zip file. So you can look at the quality and the formatting of it. So one of them is like, let's say the bill of materials. So actually, so for me, I work as a senior engineer in a medtech company. So when I was designing a hardware device, these are the things I looked at: active components, passives. So we actually spec'd out like, so all these things are actually AI generated, right? I mean, I know it's a probabilistic output, but at least for someone like even for engineer without much experience, I think we want to simplify like the entire hardware design and assembly process. Like, so we provide a very detailed set of instructions. It could go on and on. So the next one would be assembly instructions even. So we did 2 versions. To show the updated teardrop version that we actually saw after the refinement. So it includes things like safety instructions and required tools. I think this will be the interesting one. So we actually generated 50 images using Nano Banana, like the Gemini 3 Pro. So it goes from step 1 to step 2, and it goes all the way down. It's actually very detailed. This is a real production type of setting which you actually do it on. We talk about things like pins, circuit diagrams, how do you actually do reflows, events, and it goes on all the way. And you notice like in terms of the AI output, you even see assembly instructions. We show like how actually models are actually built together. Verify like openings. You can see like it's quite well textured. Even like we provide an STL file, which is a common standard for mechanical designers or prototypers to actually print out the outputs. So it even shows like assembly instructions. I believe it's a relatively detailed and enough for a builder to, let's say, do it themselves. Like you just want to give that as a package, but of course, if like I think most people don't really care. Like you don't want to spend so much time to go and verify and validate your output, set up compliance and whatnot. So we offer an option. Like people can just click order now. So this is 90 ringgit in our case. So once you're done, you get a tracking number, and if they like, they can order again from us. So that's all.
How hard-coded is this? As in, can I ask for like a heart shape? Will it work?
Okay, so it doesn't work right now. So it is like pre-done in a sequence. But I would think, in terms of our steering file, maybe I could show you how. So this is actually how you actually guide the agent to actually tailor the response. So the user description would be things like, I want to build a necklace with colors, which was the one you saw. Actually, this was an internal system prompt that we actually fed to a LLM model. You can see it's more than like Yeah, I think you open ton of tokens, but I think the intention is to actually steer the model in such a way that if you actually provided a clear enough prompt, you should be able, with like reasonable certainty, get what you want.
So just to add, so for this sake of the demo, it's pre-rendered, but then we did use LLM workflow to create the new shape. So STLs are vastly complicated. You can't just shove a file into the LLM and expect it to create the output you want. What Richard just explained is the query expansion. So we're really targeting with this product IoT for the common man. We're not targeting the professionals, the engineers who already understand the bits and bytes of IoT. We want to be the lovable of IoT. We're not competing, we're creating a new market. So this prototype here, we've done a custom abstraction layer to enable STLs to be created from prompts. It's not something that's easy to explain, but it's something that allows, it's almost like a custom programming language to allow LLMs to create these shapes. Yep.
So I think I also wanted to say for the assembly instructions and the bill of materials, I think for the assembly instructions, so 50 images alone, when we tap on Gemini API, it took about 5+ minutes to generate. And even sometimes on the first prompt, like one shot wouldn't necessarily work. So actually, one thing you'll notice, like in terms of, so actually we also did a previous version of it. So you can see in terms of assembly instructions over here, although it kept the same sections 1 and 2, but you can see the main difference is, yeah, in terms of the casing, you do see there's like some differences in terms of design, in terms of aesthetics. So we did quite a fair bit of steering for the second assembly instructions.
This is also inspired by existing designs. We're not expecting the LLMs to understand hardware. We're using already preset blueprints, preset reference architectures that Altium, the Arduino, Raspberry Pi have already established, and using the AI to orchestrate what already exists in a modular way to give the user what they want.
Our idea is already, if someone wants to build a project, they can just put in a prompt and they can just buy it to the rest.